Mexicans went to the polls on Sunday in a record-breaking election. By number of posts to be filled, close to 20,000. By number of candidates and ultimately, by turnout as well, with 52% of voters casting ballots. The results were mixed for the governing party, MORENA, which was able to grab several governorships, projected to have won 9 to 11 out of 15 up for grabs, giving the party a strong political platform ahead of the 2024 presidential election. However, MORENA and its allies lost the 334-seat supermajority in Congress, and President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's supporting coalition now has a projected absolute majority of 279 seats. The results show the opposition in the lower house will be able to function as an effective check and balance on executive power, according to Goldman Sachs Investment Research. MORENA and the president, or AMLO as he's known, will need to engage in negotiations to achieve any constitutional changes. AQ asked several observers to share their reaction to the election. Martin Castellano, head of Latin America research at the International Institute of Finance, IIF, potentially disruptive institutional changes that could put macroeconomic stability at risk will likely be avoided due to the election outcome, which should support the economy in the short term. Having said that, we still expect policies to become more interventionist in the second half of AMLO's term. The ruling party remains the largest single legislative bloc and won most of the state governorships at stake in the election. Increased state intervention in the economy could exacerbate ongoing challenges to sustain investor confidence, calling for tight monetary and fiscal policies. With idiosyncratic factors gradually becoming more relevant, policy headwinds would continue to drag down private investment, weighing on the recovery. So, the most likely post-midterm election scenario is contained policy radicalization. While this scenario means maintaining macroeconomic stability, it also implies the economy could return to secular stagnation after the rebound from the COVID-19 shock, which does not bode well for Mexican assets in the medium term. One thing to watch is that weak activity after the recovery from the pandemic could pave the way for increased social tension. Still, AMLO's high popularity is likely to stave off immediate pressure. Genaro Lozano, professor of political science and international relations at Iberoamerican University and political analyst for Reforma and ForoTV. With respect to Congress, MORENA is pretty much right where it was. The party and its allies were not able to secure the two-thirds supermajority needed for constitutional reforms. But MORENA's coalition will continue to have an absolute majority, thanks to its alliances with smaller parties, including the Green Party, which increased its number of deputies and was the big winner among smaller parties.